Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicleknight channel. This video is sponsored by PTCGO the best place for you to get Pokemon TCG code cards. Are you looking to complete your card collection online for the latest set? PTCGO has everything you need. And please remember to use my code NIGHT22 at checkout so that you can get a 5% discount. Please enjoy the discount and your purchase directly supports the content I create in this channel. Thank you guys so much for your support and for your supporting PTCGO. In today's video, we'll be showcasing Hisuian ARCANINE V from the Silver Tempest expansion set. It has the ability Irresistible Force, which pretty much lets you transfer as many fighting energies from your other Pokemon onto this Pokemon. And then it has the attack Rock Bullet. For 4 colorless energy, it deals 90 plus base damage. But then this attack also does 30 more damage for each basic fighting energy attached onto this Pokemon. So if you have 4 fighting energies to power up this attack, you'll be able to deal 210 damage. And because of its ability to absorb energies, you can stack these energies even further, and you'll need about 7 or 8 fighting energies to knock out any VSTAR or VMAX Pokemon in the game. I am going for a more defensive build, so I do have Cape of Toughness to add 50 HP to Hisuian ARCANINE V, giving it a whopping 280 HP. And to add more defense, I added a few Stone Energies to reduce damage we take by 20 for each of these attached. And then we also have a couple of V-Guard Energies. This will reduce damage we take from a V Pokemon by 30. And this doesn't stack, so one attached to your Hisuian ARCANINE will suffice. Additionally, we can also put the Lake Cutie Stadium in play to reduce damage we take for another 20, as long as we have a fighting energy attached to that Pokemon. And finally, with the help of Radiant Gardevoir's ability Loving Veil, we can reduce damage taken from a Pokemon V's attack for another 20 damage. So when we put it all together, and of course in an ideal situation, your opponent's Pokemon V has to deal anywhere from 280 to 430 damage before they can knock out a single Hisuian ARCANINE V. I gotta say, this Pokemon has an insane defense and an insane attack. My plan for this build is simple. We'll be utilizing Galarian Zapdos with a Strong Legs Charge ability. When you put it into play from your hand to the bench, you can accelerate 2 basic fighting energy from your hand onto this Pokemon. So with this, the more energy we'll be able to put into play. And of course, the more Hisuian ARCANINE V can transfer those energies onto itself. And this Galarian Zapdos also has the attack Zapper Kick. For 2 fighting and 1 colorless energy, it deals 70 damage, and then you may choose to discard all its energies, and if you do, you can paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon. This can help you stall for a bit when you need to. As for my other attackers, I have Galarian Zapdos V. This has the ability Fighting Instinct, which reduces its attack cost by 1 colorless energy less for each of your opponent's V Pokemon in play. Its attack is Thunderous Kick. For 1 fighting and 3 colorless energy, this attack deals 170 damage. Its ability also pairs perfectly with the Earthen Sealstone, because if the ability is in effect, you may just be able to use this V-Star power attack for free. The Star Gravity attack reduces all of your opponent's V Pokemon's HP down to just 100 HP. For another attacker, I also have 1 copy of Galarian sirfetch'd V. It has the ability Resolute Spear. If you move it from the bench to the active spot, you can transfer as many fighting energies onto it from your other Pokemon. With enough energy in play, you can even attack with this on your very first turn going second. It has the attack Meteor Smash. For 2 fighting and 1 colorless energy, it deals 200 damage. However, you cannot attack with this Pokemon on your next turn. In this build, you want to conserve your energies because you want to be able to transfer those energies around. So I did add a couple of EXP share. When your active Pokemon gets knocked out, you may transfer 1 basic energy from that Pokemon to your Pokemon with the EXP share on it. And I also have 2 energy retrieval, so we can recover 2 basic energies from the discard pile back to our hand. As for my support cards worth noting, first I have Furisode Girl. You can search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it straight to your bench, and then you may decide whether or not you want to switch that Pokemon from your bench to the active spot. And then I have a copy of Thorn so that you can switch 1 basic Pokemon in play with another basic Pokemon in your discard pile. And finally, I also have Clara. This is good for recovering 2 Pokemon and or 2 basic energies from your discard pile back to your hand. Overall, this build is actually pretty solid, and I do appreciate that you can change up your attacker based on their weakness. The fact that Hisuian ARCANINE V is weak against grass makes this fighting type build all the more difficult to contend with, but just watch out for Ice Cube. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description, and now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Hisuian ARCANINE V. Alright, let's get right into our first match. My opponent's gonna go first, and we're gonna start this with Galarian Zapdos in the active spot. I really like this Pokemon as a pivot option because of its free retreats. And we're going up against a Mew VMAX build, alright. Of course, the best way to counter Mew VMAX is with Drapion V. So if you are playing in a competition, having a Drapion V in your deck is suggested because you can attack for free. You can also one-hit knock out Mew VMAX, and this is such a strong build to go against. But it's such a great way to test out our build as well. Even though we don't have Drapion V in our deck, we can actually use our Hisuian ARCANINE V because it is not weak to Psychic, it is weak to Grass. So depending whether or not my opponent has a bunch of power tablets, we just might be able to tank a bunch of hits. Of course, the best way to do this is to increase our defense right away. And if we can stack enough energies on our Hisuian ARCANINE V, we just might be able to one-hit knock out a Mew VMAX. But that's going to be difficult, especially my opponent's a lot faster than us in terms of setup. But another way we can get ahead in this matchup is actually using the Earthen Sealstone. I've found it effective in the past. I think it will be good with this matchup as well. We just have to wait for our opponent to evolve into Mew VMAX, and then we can use our Galarian Zapdos V to attack for free because they have a bunch of V Pokemon in play. We can use our Earthen Sealstone for free and reduce their HP down to 100. It might seem like counterproductive, but it's actually for the better. So we're going to use their Stadium. We got our Quick Ball and Cape of Toughness, so that's actually great for our setup here. I'm just going to sacrifice my Galarian Zapdos for now, get my Snorlax, and then we can use our Escape Rope to switch it out, or we can even just retreat, but yeah, let's just retreat. It's free anyways, and then we can use this Quick Ball, get rid of Thornton, and I'm just gonna set up or get this Galarian Zapdos V, and I'm just gonna put it in my hand. I'm just gonna Gormandize. We're only drawing 2 cards, but it got us energy, so that's really good. It's a lot easier for my opponent to actually draw into a switching card because they have such a great draw engine here, and it's simple for them to find the cards that they need. So they might get a switch, Escape Rope, or something. And they also have Cramomatic. If they flip heads, they can just get whatever card they want in their deck. Cramomatics, man, those are broken. Look at that. They can just get whatever card they want with a successful coin flip. Cross Switcher, okay. And that empties out their hand. That also allows them to draw 6 cards. Look at that. They're down to 11 cards in their deck. That is insane. Mew VMAX on their second turn, they're already decking out. That's crazy. All right, Max Miracle, 220 damage. That was enough because they are hitting for weakness. So now what we're gonna do is use their Stadium. I was hoping for an energy, but that didn't happen. Use our Hisuian Heavy Ball. We got Radiant Gardevoir. That's going to help us actually increase our defense once we put our Hisuian ARCANINE V into play. So we're going to use this Quick Ball. Now we can also use our Raihan since our Pokemon was knocked out during their turn. We can get our Hisuian ARCANINE V set up here. And also our Galarian Zapdos V. Put our Cape of Toughness to increase HP. Energize our Hisuian ARCANINE, and then get our Earthen Sealstone to put onto our Galarian Zapdos V. We're gonna use Escape Rope, and we are just gonna use Earthen Sealstone, our VSTAR power attack, to reduce all of their Pokemon's HP down to 100. The fact that there are 2 Mew VMAXs in play is actually really great, because even if they copy the attack of their Mew V to shuffle back into the deck, that still leaves them with 5 Pokemon in play that has 100 HP. So making it a lot easier for us to knock them out and get easy prizes. Hopefully, we can knock out their Pokemon and survive attacks. We just need to increase our Hisuian ARCANINE V's defense and also get those energies in play to attack. So they have 4 cross switchers already, And yeah, boss's order is a little bit scary, and what I usually watch out for is how many power tablets they have. That's basically what we want to watch out for here, so that we have a sense of how much attack they're dealing. And then we also have access to another Hisuian ARCANINE V, so that we can continue to attack and even tank a bunch of hits. So it might seem counterproductive to use Galarian Zapdos for that Earthen Sealstone attack, but trust me, I think it is for the best. All we need to do is knock out 2 of their Mew VMAX and we can win this game. Because with 5 prizes left on my opponent, they still need to knock out 3 of our Pokemon. So all we need is to knock out 2, while they need to knock out 3. Because once they knock out our Hisuian ARCANINE V, that only gets them 2 prizes. So we can set up another one, and with little access to boss order and things like that, it might not be as easy for our opponent to accomplish. So they're gonna shuffle back their Mew VMAX to the deck. So that's 1 less Mew VMAX that we have to deal with. However, they can just easily set it up in the next few turns. We have Air Balloon on our Radiant Gardevoir anyway, so we're just gonna pivot into it. And what we need to do here is to get our Zapdos back, and we're gonna use Professor's Research. Hopefully we can draw into them and a bunch of energies. Alright, we got 1 Zapdos, so we can guarantee an attack here for sure. Put those energies onto our Galarian Zapdos, and we're gonna use Hisuian ARCANINE V's ability to transfer those energies. And then I'm just gonna bump out their stadium, increase our defense even further, and then we're just gonna use Rock Bullet for a knockout here. 180 damage. So now they cannot evolve that into a Mew VMAX. So they're gonna put another Mew on their bench. So they have a choice here whether or not to attack with a lot of damage. At least Gardevoir is reducing damage we receive by 20. So that's good. Our Lake Acute is gone though, so that's bad. But that's okay. They're not gonna get a knockout here because they already used up a lot of power tablets. Okay, they get to recover 1 card with their Celine. So they have to make a choice. They get an Ultra Ball, okay. Palpad to recover Silene and Marnie, okay. Alright, they have a bunch of Choice Belt, so they're hitting for a lot of damage, but not quite enough to knock out our Hisuian ARCANINE V. So I'm just waiting for my opponent to decide what he needs to do here, because I mean, they can retreat, but who are they going to retreat to? Because each time they retreat into another Pokemon, it's just going to get knocked out. They could shuffle this Mew VMAX back to the deck, I guess. But any other Pokemon they present to the active spot, we're just going to knock out. So they have to make a decision here. Okay, they're going to use Psychic Loop, 60 damage to our Hisuian ARCANINE V. Alright, so they're playing a defensive strategy here. So we still have 220 HP to our Hisuian ARCANINE V, which is insane. We have V-Guard Energy to reduce their attack by 30 more damage. And with their Stadium, we just lost a bunch of cards. So, I mean, I could just take a knockout here. Okay, I think we should be fine. We should be able to hopefully survive an attack in this next turn. So 210 damage, we get 2 prizes. So the next thing is, if they evolve into a Mew VMAX, it's gonna be a lot harder for us to knock it out. Okay, but with 2 double turbo energies, I don't know why they attached 2 double turbo energies on their Mew VMAX. Now it's gonna be dealing 40 less damage. So that's a bit of a misplay from our opponent here. Maybe it was a misclick, I don't know, but that's gonna help us to survive an attack at least. I don't know what happened there, but okay. They're gonna put the Lost City, Stadium, Crush Fusion Strike, Techno Blast for 150 damage. Insane. So we survived the attack and we got the boss's order. You know what? That's it. That's gonna be game. That top deck clutch boss's order, man. You gotta love it. Good game. Alright, let's move on to our next match. We are gonna mulligan. Dude, look at all that energy. Okay, that's good. We have Quick Ball. We can get Snorlax and then can draw into more cards. But I wish I had access to another Zapdos. We can start putting those energies into play. Although I could get Zapdos, but then if I use Professor's Research and I don't draw into another Quick Ball for our Snorlax or anything like that, it's gonna be bad. Okay, they have a switch and it is Empoleon V. Okay, this is really bad because that actually turns off the ability of our non-rule box Pokemon, basic. We won't have any energy, so our Zapdos will not have any ability. So we have to change our strategy a little bit here. I could use my Crobat to draw into more cards, I guess. But what I could do is just slowly energize my Galarian sirfetch'd V and then go from there. I could use Zapdos. We got our Snorlax, but we won't be able to draw into extra cards because, again, Empoleon V's ability is stopping our basic Pokemon's abilities from taking effect. So at least we can use our Crobat V. But this is gonna be a tough start for us. Just gonna use this Quick Ball, get our Hisuian ARCANINE V in play, put this Cape of Toughness, and then I could sacrifice my Galarian Zapdos V. If I put my Snorlax in the active, it's not going to survive an attack. And I don't want to put my other V Pokemon in the active, because they're going to put a big dent on it. And yeah, I think I'm just going to pass, man. Such a hard choice to make, but I think Galarian Zapdos is the best Pokemon to sacrifice at this point for now. And what we need to do is just stack our energy slowly. Alright, so this is one matchup that I guess you gotta watch out for, because Empoleon V does slow you down. Especially you can't use your Galarian Zapdos ability to put energies into play. And you can't use your Snorlax to draw into a lot of cards. But thankfully, we have access to our Professor's Research so that we can draw into more cards. So I'm just going to put Snorlax in the active for now while we build up our energies. And we're just going to Professor's Research. Okay. We have Quick Ball. I'm just going to put the Earthen Sealstone on Zapdos just in case. transfer the energies onto Hisuian ARCANINE V in case my opponent targets my Galarian sirfetch'd V. They knock it out. At least we can conserve that energy, because the bulkiest Pokemon we have is our Hisuian ARCANINE V. And with enough energy on Arcanine, we should be able to knock out their Empoleon V. But we'll see. Let's see how this goes. I have Boss's Order. I can even boss one of their Pokemon to turn off their Empoleon V's ability, or at least not put it into effect. As long as it's not in the active spot, we can Gormandize, but they're just gonna knock out my Snorlax most probably. Yeah. Oh no, okay. Our Snorlax survives. Okay, I forgot about the double turbo energy. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's go ahead and recover 2 energies with this energy retrieval. We can use our Zapdos once we use Boss's Orders. We can at least put energies into play. However, we don't have any switch, which is really bad. We could have taken a knockout against their Crobat V because it is weak against fighting. So I'm just going to transfer all of those energies from Zapdos to our Arcanine. I'm just going to Gormandize while we have the chance here, because we don't want to start relying on top deck either. So just take that opportunity while we have access to Boss's Order. And now with energies on our Hisuian Arcanine, even if they put Empoleon in play or in the active spot, we can just knock it out, and then we don't have to worry about it. This is interesting because they're using a bunch of cards that you would usually use for Hisuian ZOROARK V builds. Maybe it is a Hisuian ZOROARK VSTAR. And they're just using Empoleon V as a tech card, which is a really good card to go against those single prizers. So that will actually turn off Regigigas builds. Yep, okay. It is a Hisuian ZOROARK V build for sure. Yeah, so it's a tech card that goes against the Regigigas builds and also the Lunatone Solrock combo. So it's a really good card to put in your deck actually. Alright, so now that our Snorlax is knocked out, we can actually use our Raihan because we have enough energies in our discard pile. Put more energies on our Hisuian Arcanine. And then, I mean, I could get EXP share, conserve some energies if we need to. Use our Quick Ball, get rid of that. We won't need to use the Earthen Seal Stone as much because they don't have a lot of V Pokemon, and we can just knock out their V Pokemon in play as of right now. So with 6 energies on our Hisuian Arcanine V, we are dealing 270 damage. That's crazy. Alright, we got Radiant Gardevoir finally, but with just 280 HP on our Hisuian Arcanine V, they can actually knock it out with ZOROARK. But thankfully, they don't have one set up yet, and that's gonna give us a chance to play with the energies a bit. That way, our opponent will not be able to knock out our Hisuian Arcanine, and even if they do, we will be able to conserve some energies in play. So they're gonna use Boss's Orders. Okay, they're just gonna attack with Manaphy. Okay. Just gonna put EXP share on my other Hisuian Arcanine V. And we have a switch. I mean, I could take an easy knockout against this Manaphy, I guess. Could just use Escape Rope. But I can continue to attack with Hisuian Arcanine. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I'm just gonna use the ability Irresistible Force to get at least 2 energies. Because we don't need that much energies anyways to knock out this Manaphy. So we're just gonna knock out their Manaphy for 210 damage. That's gonna get us one prize. Alright, so they're gonna use their Hisuian ZOROARK. Finally able to set it up. Now they can just use a double turbo energy, power it up, and that should give them enough power to knock out our Hisuian ARCANINE V. But will they be able to spread those damage across their Pokemon? Because as of right now, they're not dealing... I don't know, how much damage are they dealing? Alright, so they're going to switch into their Crobat V back again, so they can draw more with their Bibarel. And they're just going to attack, but it wasn't enough. 250 damage, dude. That was pretty close. They needed all damage to their Pokemon to deal that much, or 300 damage, so that they can knock out our Hisuian ARCANINE V. So we survive an attack. That's really great. And can we have enough energies in play to knock out this ZOROARK? So we have 4 so far. We don't want to use double turbo energy because that's gonna reduce our attack. How much are we dealing? 210 plus 3. Actually, you know what? With Irresistible Force, we can move these 2 energies. That way we can get a knockout. We won't have any energies back into play, but at least we can get a knockout here, get 2 prizes against their Hisuian ZOROARK VSTAR. There it is, guys. Exactly 270 damage. And then we got our Ordinary Rod. Alright, I'll take it. Nice. So we were able to get that knockout against their Hisuian ZOROARK VSTAR. 270 damage. If they have an evolution, get another Hisuian ZOROARK VSTAR set up and another double turbo energy, they can knock out my active. We won't have enough energies in play. However, we will be able to get those energies with our EXP share in play. And since we have Boss's Order, we can just boss one of their other Pokemon and get a knockout. We can even just use our... the Argonamarni though, okay. I was gonna say, we can switch out into our Galarian sirfetch'd V in the active spot and then get that easy knockout. So, okay, we got another energy in our hand. So, either way, we are actually gonna take a win here. Once they knock out our active Pokemon, we can transfer 2 energies to 2 of our Pokemon. We have a switch. We can use our Galarian sirfetch'd V to transfer those energies. And they're just gonna attack regularly with ZOROARK V, retreat into their Gengar. So let's go ahead and just transfer these 2 energies to our sirfetch'd V. And also to our Hisuian ARCANINE V. So we have conserved enough energies to actually get a knockout here. Just gonna put my Zapdos in the active, and either way, we can attack with Zapdos, we can attack with our Galarian sirfetch'd V, and that's gonna be game. Meteor Smash for the win. Good game. Alright, let's move on to our last match. My opponent is gonna go first. Again, Galarian Zapdos V to start. Radiant Guard of War is great to start with as well, since that's going to reduce attack damage from any Pokemon V that we encounter. Okay, Deoxys V. Interesting. Psychic. This attack does 30 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active. Ooh, that's actually a bad attack against us, because if we stack enough energies onto our Hisuian ARCANINE V, they could just they could just one-hit knockout our Hisuian ARCANINE V. And they also have Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, and that's gonna help them stack a bunch of energies to their Psychic type Pokemon on their bench. I'm gonna play Galarian Zapdos to accelerate this energy. Put this, because I'm gonna use Professor's Research, might as well not let it go to waste. And yeah, the Earthen Sealstone's not gonna be useful, even if it's attached to my other Pokemon. So, I'm just gonna put another energy on Zapdos. I'm just gonna pass. I mean, we could attack with it and then paralyze our opponent's active. Could do that in case we need it. But we need to set up our Hisuian ARCANINE V and also our other Pokemon. We can actually use Earthen Sealstone against this matchup too if we need to. So we can set up our Zapdos, Galarian Zapdos V, get the Earthen Sealstone, and reduce their HP down to 100. That would be great. So Deoxys has 2 evolution. It has a VMAX evolution and it also has a VSTAR evolution. So it has a very defensive evolution and it also has a very offensive one. So, okay. They also have Radiant Guard of War to decrease damage from our attacks. So most likely that's gonna be to pair with Deoxys VMAX. I think that's the one that's the defensive. Alright, so it's our turn now. Just gonna attach this energy on Zapdos. I'm gonna use Professor's Research. Alright, awesome. We got a bunch of V Pokemon that we actually needed. Zapdos is good, but we need the Earthen Sealstone. But we can definitely use our Hisuian ARCANINE V again because it is not weak to Psychic. This is going to be a good Pokemon to use in this matchup. I'm going to use Crobat V to draw 2 extra cards. We got a Scoop Up Net, but no energies in sight. We could use our Sirfetch'd to deal some damage against their active, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna Meteor Smash for 150 damage because it is resistant to fighting, so we are doing less damage. However, if they have Air Balloon to retreat, that's the only thing. I took a risk with that one, but I think it's okay. Because we have Clara, and a way we can recover 2 energies, use Zapdos, get energies back, and then we can attack with Hisuian ARCANINE V. Took a risk with that one, but they need Air Balloon on their active. They need to retreat, and then if they can evolve into their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. Okay, there's the Deoxys VSTAR. Okay. They can start stacking enough energies into play, and with enough energies, their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX can actually deal a knockout blow on any of our Pokemon, but it becomes a liability for them as well. Because we are taking 3 prizes once we knock them out. Okay, they could not switch out their active, which is good. So that means we can survive an attack here. We can put our Zapdos V into play. Just gonna pivot with the switch. And then what I'm gonna do is use Professor's Research. I'm trying to get more energies into play here. We got our Earthen Sealstone. We can actually take advantage of this. Maybe they can't retreat their Shadow Rider Calyrex V just yet. So I'm just gonna use Irresistible Force here because they could just knock out my Galarian Sirfetch'd V. It is weak to Psychic. It's gonna be easy for them to knock it out. Just gonna reserve 1 on it though. And then I'm just gonna use Star Gravity. So now that puts all of their Pokemon down to 100 HP. They can evolve their other Pokemon to Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. That will increase their HP even further. However, that still puts all of their Pokemon within knockout range. As long as we can stack enough energies on our Hisuian ARCANINE V, we should be okay. And it's just a matter of how many prizes we take for each Pokemon we knock out. So, of course, V-Stars, we only take 2 prizes. And any of their VMAXs, we take 3 prizes. So, this could be like a more than 6 prize matchup to win this game. So, that's the dilemma here. But that's okay. They have Deoxys VMAX, okay. A lot of HP, a lot of defense, so that's gonna be hard for us to deal with. But with their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, with Air Balloon, they can just easily retreat it. They can attack with their Deoxys VSTAR. Since our Zapdos, Galarian Zapdos V is weak against Psychic, they can just knock it out, get their prizes early on. But what we could do is retaliate with our Hisuian ARCANINE V, and since we are not weak against Psychic, we should be okay, and with no energies in sight, we should be fine. But they are stacking up those energies on their Deoxys V thanks to their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. But at least we will remove those 4 energies on their V-Star. Depending on which one they attack with, we are still removing energies from play, which will reduce their Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX's attack. But they are dealing 460 damage. They use the V-Star power attack to knock out our Zapdos, but that's okay. Just gonna pivot into our Galarian Zapdos. We can easily retreat for free, and with just 100 HP on this V-Star, we should be able to knock it out. I can use Raihan, put an energy there, and then get my Cape of Toughness, put more HP. And I could put my other Hisuian ARCANINE V in play, I guess. And then we're just gonna put one more energy and then just use Rock Bullet. That should be enough, I think. 90, yeah. Alright, Rock Bullet. Despite the resistance, we are dealing 160 damage. Okay, that's good. We got Lake Acuity. Another Lake Acuity Stadium. That's going to increase our defense even further. So even if they knock out our active, we should be able to tank a bunch of hits with the other Hisuian ARCANINE V. It was unfortunate that we had to use Professor's Research, and I wish I could just put that other Cape of Toughness on my other Hisuian ARCANINE V, but that's alright. We should be okay. Like I said, Zapdos can actually stall if you need to, because once you remove all of its energy, you can paralyze your opponent's active. And you can stall that way. So as of right now, though, we are looking good. We are... If we can knock out their Pokemon, we can take 3 prizes here. Alright. We have 1. We can use their stadium just to recover this 1 basic energy, and we can bump it out with Lake Acuity. Put this energy on our 250 damage. How many energies do we need here to get a knockout? 210. Hitting for 210 already. Because I don't want to put too much energy in the active spot, and then we might lose all of that energy if they get a knockout. So, I mean, I don't see any other Pokemon in play, but if they have Deoxys V, they could use its attack, where they can attack depending on how many energies are stacked on your opponent's active. So that's what I'm worried about if they have another copy of Deoxys V. We sacrifice the Snorlax, use Quick Ball, thin out our deck, and 210, 270 with 2. We can attach one more, and then yeah, I think I will need to get all of these to get that knockout. So I'm just gonna get a knockout here. Rock Bullet, 250 damage, exactly what we needed to get a knockout there. I took a chance there because if they have another Deoxys V, they can just easily power it up. But I'm happy that we were able to get a knockout there. That is insane, despite the defense on that Deoxys VMAX, man. That is insane. So, really, we are hitting for... How much are we hitting? So with 210, 300 damage, yeah. 300 damage minus the damage reduction on their Deoxys VSTAR. We actually made it happen. That is insane. So they do have a Deoxys V. Oh no. So they can use its first attack with 7 energies attached to our Hisuian ARCANINE V. They can easily knock it out. And we're gonna lose all of our energy. And they're gonna Marnie because we had our energy retrieval to recover those energies, but now we don't have it. So we are at a disadvantage here now. They're gonna use Power Edge. What? They're only dealing 120? Oh, dude, they used the wrong attack. Oh, okay, well, it's gonna be game for us. Rock Bullet for 280 damage for the win, bro. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.